Toxic leadership habits and traits that affect the business. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So everybody looks to be a leader, but what they don't realize is some of their toxic habits actually affect the organization. And if they're not watching that and taking a good look at themselves, they're going to find the culture of the company go down the drain. Engagement goes down, profits go down, people leave, constant turnover. There's a lot of stuff that goes along with toxic traits, especially in leadership. So let's talk about what it does. Well, we've talked about it a little bit. We have a toxic leader who starts screaming at people whenever they're there because they're not doing stuff perfect. Maybe they're an Enneagram 1 like me. They just start screaming at people. Not say I do, but I'm just saying that the leaders just start screaming because someone didn't do things perfectly. Well, no one's going to do everything the same way as us, so you can't sit there and scream at them. They might find a different way to do the same thing. So we need to give people freedom to do that. We don't want to be overbearing. We don't want to micromanage. We got to give them a little bit of trust as they build it, right? We got to have them do little things, and we watch them and we train them on how we'd like them to do it. And over time, we can have that trust. If we don't, and we're just overbearing and telling people they're doing it all wrong, we're not going to go anywhere with people. They're not going to be engaged, and they're not going to want to help us grow. They're going to find another opportunity. So we need to really understand how we're engaging people and how we're talking to them. Another trait that's really bad is the leader that likes to take all the credit. Oh, I got all these accolades. It was all me. I was telling everybody what to do, and it's all because of me. Those kind of people that showboat around, they irritate everybody they work with. Yes, that's right. That person that is just taking all the credit, that showboater, that person is going to be the person that nobody wants to help when the chips are down. They're going to be the ones that are looked at and went, I don't think I'm going to help you when they need that extra mile. So when you're in leadership, you got to be spreading the wealth of acknowledgement. In fact, in leadership, we should be the ones that sit there and say, these are all the people that did everything, that did it well. They executed everything. They're the ones that should be congratulated. And when things don't go right, the good leader takes on all of that credit. Yeah, that's right. That credit of, that didn't go so well, it's on me. Not the team, on me. A lot of bad leaders will actually push it back to the team. Well, I would have been successful had they not messed everything up. No. It's on us as leaders. That's why we're in that position. So if we have that showboat where we take on all the credit and then tell everybody else did everything bad, that's another area. We need to be able to check ourselves in the mirror. Again, all of these things affect the culture, and we'll talk about that in a minute. The person that's never there, that's always gone, that can't lend an ear, they're too busy. That kind of leader that's just, I'm too busy and too disconnected from people, well, those people aren't going to be able to come to them when they have questions about how to be successful in their roles. So you got to be accessible to your teams so that way you can help guide them, ask them the right kind of questions. You got to make time for those people. Those people that are in leadership that are just too busy, too disconnected, sit up in their throne and never come down and talk to people. Those people are so disconnected, they never know that the business is about to go under until it does, and they're the last person on the ship, not because they're the captain going down with the ship, but because they just didn't see the leaks. So I'll have to say, you have bad leadership and toxic leadership there, that's going to affect your culture. Disengagement. Now they did a study that about 70% of people are disengaged at some point in their job. That's right, 70% disengaged. That's a failing grade, right? When you have 70% disengaged, there's something wrong. So what do we need to do? We need to work on getting the engagement. I know there's all these engagement studies and all this other stuff, but it begins with the leaders to set the culture, to pass along all the communication, set the culture, set the tone of how we're going to grow the business and how we function. And when it comes to celebrating, we give the credit away to all the other people. We don't take it on as ourselves. We don't want to showboat. So we need to make sure that we set the tone in our culture and make sure that we have good leadership qualities. Now, I can teach you on how to build trust and influence and how you need to function in your brain and how you look at other people and show up. Be glad to help you. Contact information is below. If this video was helpful, hit like, share, subscribe, send it to somebody you think it might benefit. That's why I do these videos, to help you. We'll see you next time.